Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, and today we are cracking open the latest installment of the 73 Plymouth Duster Pro Stock from Hot Wheels. This is a casting that they've made very few of, and they actually forgot about it for about 10 years. The first ones that we ever seen pop up were this guy and this guy in 2000, and I think it was 11, for the Vintage Racing series. They would have also been great in Drag Strip Demons, which were released like the years prior to Vintage Racing. But, anyways, they waited until Vintage Racing to mix it up with a combination of NASCAR, Trans Am, and NHRA. I think the Duster was released first, but I'm not 100% sure on that. They both came out the same year, though, in the same series. That's all we really got to worry about. So, anyways, you can see on the bottom here of this base that, well, does it have the year on this? Yeah, 2010. So yeah, it was a 2011 release. So yeah, 2010 would be right. Usually when you look at the base of an original release, now if it's like a car that was originally released in 77 and you look at one released like last year, it's still going to say 1977. But or 76 because it was released in 77. Usually they produce them the year before they're released. So that's the thing. So this has already been tooled and stuff in 2010, and it was released in 2011 in Vintage Racing. And this is a very iconic car, just like the Sox Martin. Mopar Missile, they did a fantastic job on the livery and everything. The only thing I had a little issue with is the hood scoop. It could have used to have been a little bit bigger, but it's okay. Besides that, they did an awesome job on the car. All the details like tail lights, the wheel and tire combo, the grill, everything looks perfect. So very nice mid 70s Mopar A-body. These are pretty much the same 73 to 76. And then like the 70 to 72s were pretty much the same, with a couple little differences. That's the same thing with the 73 to 76. So anyways, here's your Sox and Martin one, and I don't know why it does not have much detail in the grill. That was kind of a disappointment, huh? I just noticed that, that they detailed the Mopar Missile really good, and they did not do nothing with the grill on Sox and Martin. They did do the tail lights and such. That's cool. And they even did the little jumper terminals for the battery and your power switch back there. That's really a cool touch that they did that. Did they do it on this one? No. That's what a lot of drag cars have. So usually the battery is in the rear for weight transfer and also easy access. And a lot of times they don't even want to take the time to open the trunk. They just take the caps off those little terminals back there and they can charge the battery from outside. And another safety feature on drag cars, usually you have a kill switch to kill all the power to the car, and usually that is mounted out back next to those battery terminals for easy access. So pretty cool. I just noticed that. One disappointing thing, they had no grill features on the Sox Martin, but they did have that battery terminal thing, which is pretty cool. So then after those two were released the following year, they did, like, I think it was just Hot Wheels Racing in the premium. They had, once again, it was kind of like Vintage Racing, but they were all different sets. Like they had the Road Racers, which were the real hard to find ones, like the Chaparral Camaro, the Greenswood Corvette, things like that. And that set, that was the one that was like mostly found in Canada and in like Europe and Asia. They did not get many in America, or release many in America, I should say. But they also had like stock car, then they had NHRA, which this was part of, and this would be the third installment of it. And it says Holy Moly on the side, and I am not sure if this is a real race car or not. It may be because it says Hamtramck, something like that, Michigan maybe. And it does have a name on it, so it may be a real race car. I'm not 100% sure. They did do a little bit of grill detail. They forgot to highlight the marker lights on it, but that's okay. Tail light detail, still no battery switches or anything like that. That's really cool in the Aston Martin. I love that detail. And as you can see, the base 2010, or the year it was casted, but that was a 2012 release. And then they put the car on the back burner for exactly 10 years, a decade. Then in 2022, they released the 4th installment of Drag Strip Demons. There was one in 2009 that was like 30 cars, one in 2010 that was 25 cars, then one in, I think it was like 2019 or 2018 that only had the 5 cars, and then one in 2022 that only had 5 cars. And this was one of the guys in that set. And it is the Last Stand. Now, this one I think is a made-up name, but the paint on this thing is beautiful. As you can see, the heavy metal flake in this purple is gorgeous. And the yellow and orange highlighted graphics look really cool. It looks like something from the 70s. Really nostalgic paint job. No grill detail on this one either. Does have tail lights, but no battery jumper things. So pretty cool, even though it's 2022 release, you can see, oh no, it does have 2022, huh? All right. So it's calling me a liar here. And it looks exactly the same. They didn't really retool anything. It's the same car, but anyways, yeah, these are the original 4. The only ones up until this year recently, and then they gave us this thing, which is pretty cool. Right here. The new Team Transport. And the Team Transport theme, the second story lorry, is pretty cool because it's got all the Mopar livery on it. Mopar on the front, and then it's got the Mopar logo, the red, white, and blue on the rear tailgate. And then there you have your 73 Plymouth Duster. And then you could add more cars on the top, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with this thing, is put more Dusters on it. That looks really good. And then in this set, you also had the 73 Honda Civic Custom with the Aero Lift, the Toyota FJ Cruiser with the Horizon Hauler, and the 73 Plymouth Duster, a second story lorry. That was the only one I got out of the set. The other 2 I just left behind. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and crack this guy open so we can get a better look at him. And I have not opened this at all yet, and I will try to be a little gentle with opening it because I am limited on space, so it may have to go back on the wall for a while. But for a while, I'd like to display it with the other Dusters on it. That opened pretty nicely, actually. It didn't tear the crap out of the paper like a lot of the premiums from Hot Wheels usually do. Because they were having problems back on the small cards. And then when the car culture changed to the big cards from, I think, 16, and then they went to big cards in 17, they started using the glue really heavily, so they didn't come loose. Now you can't hardly open without ripping the shit out of the card. So anyways, let's go ahead and pull him out and take a look at it. And that was not pre-opened by me. That's the first time I opened it, and it opened like it was pre-opened, but it wasn't. So there they are. Together, we'll pull them out, and then let's flip down the back, maybe. Let's see. There we go. And okay, they got plastic in there. Not sure how that even opens. Well, give me 1 second, guys, so I can get a better look at it off the camera there. Huh. Well, I just pulled it out the side. I didn't even flip the top up. I'm not sure if it does flip up. The only thing that was really holding it in place is this piece of PVC plastic. So as I mentioned, this is kind of a cool hauler. I guess what this does, it flips down, obviously, like so. And then I'm not sure what that does, if it does anything. I don't think it does do anything. I will have to look further into it, but it probably pulls up some way, somehow. I'm not sure if it does or not. But, anyways, it does have the room to place 2 more dusters up there, which is pretty cool. And then the tailgate, I would have assumed that this would have folded down like your old ramp or old car trailers and stuff. Even new ones do that too, where the top drops down so you can pull the cars up on the top, then it goes back up, locks in place, then you put the cars on the bottom. But yeah, I do like this hauler. Well, there we go, finally. Yeah, I do dig this hauler because it has the Mopar logo on the tailgate. And then you have your Mopar logo across the front. It does look really, really cool. And this is more believable than that one that they had with the teeter-totter type of bed where it sloped forward with the car on top and one on the bottom. They used to make a hauler like that, but not like Hot Wheels made it. It was just too hard to use and too hard to believe that it was functional. So anyways, this one though is very functional. So we can put this guy back inside and then add 2 more to the top. But let's take a quick look at him before I chip the paint. All right, so here is the 2025 last release of this guy, number 5 in the 73 Duster lineup, and just has your Plymouth Duster livery on the door with Mopar, red and white 2-tone paint, looks really good, and it has Hemi logo on the hood on either side of the scoop, white stripe with the white screw, as I said. No detail on the grill though. That's kind of a disappointment because nowadays with these cars, they've been really detailing the crap out of their car culture stuff. Even the casted like base parts they've been painting and doing very nice on. I'm really disappointed that they did not paint the grill on this one, but it is cool. It does look really good though with the livery. I do like it. Detailed tail lights, still no battery things. The Sox Martin is the only one that has those little battery jumpers. That's really cool. So anyways, I don't know, that may be the only car that they ever did that on. I'll have to look at some of the other ones, but yeah, this looks really good, besides no detailed grille and headlights. But besides that, it looks really nice. It's easy to buy that this was a real drag car, but I don't think it was. I will have to look it up, and I will look up the other ones, Holy Moly and Last Stand. Holy Moly, I'm almost thinking was, because of the way that it has a guy's name on it and the state and city and such. I'm going to say that maybe it was a real race car. Not sure though. But anyways, guys, that's it for our lineup for today. Let me slip him in through the side here, and then we're going to see how many we can get on the top. Hey, look, you can get 2 more up there. So it's triple dusters. Right there, you got 2 on top, 1 on the bottom. That looks pretty cool. And then we have the 2 most popular ones out front. Let's move that back a little. There you go. There are all of your 73 Plymouth Dusters to date. So, guys, we'll be back again on Monday for a Mopar Monday. Not sure what we're going to do over the weekend. If something pops up, I'll be sure to make a video on it. But if not, we'll be back on Monday for our Mopar Monday. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great weekend.